to be a part of the Olympic Games. I mean, it's the Olympic Games. I mean, I'm fired up just talking about it. So
the push for hockey gold is already underway, even though it's not yet clear if NHL players will be going to the 2022 Games. But no matter who's competing, Beijing as a host city right now is problematic for many.
They need the real Olympians to be performing on that stage.
Beijing.
Ivy Lee says the Games are an international propaganda show by China. The world's participation, she says, fuel for the regime hungry to legitimize its actions against its own people and others, including Canadians.
I think it's very, very cruel and unfair to our ethnics.
Beijing has already hinted at extra restrictions on athletes and anyone in the country for the Games, possibly beyond strict pandemic controls, although specifics are not yet public. Control is always a factor in China, and enforcement has stretched onto the streets of Hong Kong with new national security laws. Beijing, however, promises a simple, safe, and splendid Games. The Canadian Olympic Committee has dismissed calls to boycott the Winter Olympics, saying staying home doesn't change anything. Canada-China relations are nearly non-existent with the continued detention of Michael Spavor and Michael Kovrig. The two men will have spent 4 years in custody by the time the Games start. And Canadian MPs voted to declare China's treatment of Uighur Muslims a genocide this year, amid extensive reporting of human rights abuses. Asked about the issue last week, the IOC president Thomas Bach avoided the question as his spokesperson said the focus should be on Tokyo. It's no surprise, say those who study the IOC.
This is a really critical issue, and it's not going away. And there are calls throughout the world. There are protests on an ongoing basis about the situation, and that the IOC needs to listen.
Politics, the pandemic, it's all more pressure on athletes who just want to compete. Crystal Goomansingh, Global News, London.